guys, and welcome back to my channel for a very quick and impromptu video. It is Friday, it is 3:45 p.m., which means I'm home from school drinking my tea. I never film at this time, but I was really inspired to sit down and make this video since I've kind of had a little bit of a breakthrough when it comes to helping people figure out the life they want, how to continue to grow on a personal level, and I had to sit down and share it with you. So much so that I literally just came home from school and made this coffee. I have changed nothing about my attire. I'm still in my work clothes, but I wanted to sit down and have a quick chat with you. First and foremost, if this is your first time here on my channel, hello, my name is Kristen. I'm currently a kindergarten through 8th grade teacher. I'm an online ESL teacher and I run 2 businesses here at my home. It was not always this way. 4 years ago, I had just moved to my city. I knew absolutely no one, and to have a job, I worked minimum wage retail. And over the last 4 years, having mindset shifts and discipline and patience, I have built the life that I have now. I own my home. I recently got married. I'm not saying any of this to brag. I'm just saying that 4 years ago, I dreamed of having the things that I have now. And ironically, I've been following a certain piece of advice subconsciously, and it wasn't until the last month when I realized I've been telling people this as a piece of advice. Why have I not told my channel? So today I finally wanted to sit down and have a discussion about personal growth, building the life you want, and the one question you have to always ask yourself. If you are not where you want to be, if you are looking to still grow, there is one question you have to ask each and every day, and I promise you it takes you less than 5 minutes to get it out, whether you say it verbally or write it down. I recommend writing it down because you will forget. Let's say, for example, that you do not like your job. You're working somewhere, it's boring, you have no passion in it, and you dream of doing something else. Now, regardless of what that something else is, I challenge you each and every day to look at your current situation and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from where I am now to get me to where I want to be tomorrow or the next day or the next month or even the next year? Case in point, when I was working retail, I came in one day and I helped a woman pick out an outfit. Spoiler, I worked for White House Black Market. I loved the store, and even though I knew I did not have a goal or a passion to work in retail, just the idea of networking and get to knowing people in my store was a very big help. There was a day I came in early to help a woman pack a wardrobe for a vacation. She was a very well-off woman. She was going out to the tropics and she wanted an entire new wardrobe. And coming in early, we had one-on-one time. I'd help her with outfits in the dressing room, and I slowly started talking to her and networking. And it was through talking to her that I mentioned, oh yeah, I have a master's degree in music. And she said, Kristen, I know XYZ person over at the Columbus Academy of Music. She gave me their name and contact. I kid you not, 5 days later, I had an interview. A week later, I had a job, and I went from making minimum wage to an hourly position that somebody with a master's degree in music could make. Let's just say it was a very big financial shift in a week's time. Now, I know going from retail to music, there doesn't seem to be a lot of things you'd have in common, but in thinking, what can I learn from this? I didn't think, oh, I'm going to learn sales. I'm going to learn, the greatest fashion trends. I thought to myself, what can I learn from this? Networking skills, getting to know somebody, and not getting to know them because you want some specific gain, just really building your network. Working at White House Black Market meant that I was in the presence of women who wanted to look professional. They had a job, a career, they came from a well-off family or a situation, and in getting to know these women, it opened up doors to other opportunities. Then, fast forward, I found myself working for a nonprofit. Long story short, it was nothing of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something completely different, but I sat down and said, what can I learn from this? And trust me, it was not easy. It was very difficult. I was there for just under a year, but each and every week I would sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna learn this, or I'm gonna volunteer for this professional development. I networked, I got to know people, and then over time, I slowly started building a side business. I met the right people to get me in the door of the job I currently have as a teacher, which is such a blessing. But when it comes to you and your situation, I challenge you. Take a piece of paper, write where you are at the bottom, write where you want to be at the top. Then at the bottom, start writing skills that you can find, acquire, figure out to get you to the top. A book I highly recommend is Everything is Figure-Outable. I bought it on the Google Audiobook Store. I'm sure it has a name and I don't know what it's called. It is such a fantastic read or a fantastic listen. It really breaks down that everything in life is figure-outable. I didn't know anything about selecting cameras, lighting, audio, the right computers to edit. I didn't know any of that stuff, but I took my time, one day at a time, one step at a time, and I figured it out. Now I run a business from home teaching private lessons to kids, and all of my finances, all my money and budget information is all documented on Google because I took those classes to figure out the best way to make spreadsheets, the best way to make financial goals. I used to have this very negative mindset that if I wasn't taught this in high school, then it was just over. I would literally say to people like,
"Can't believe I didn't know how to do my taxes. You never taught me in high school."
And then I just realized like 90% of the things you need to know in life, you don't learn in a classroom. I know it's weird that a teacher is saying this, but when it comes to things like, let's think of the things I did in the past 3 months. Quarterly taxes, getting married, moving, looking to hire assistants, budgeting a business, looking to upgrade a business. These are things you don't learn in school. You learn through trial and error, and yes, you can take courses like college or online to help you figure those out, but a lot of these things are trial and error, and you are never going to feel ready. So if you take anything from this random spiel of me drinking tea in my living room on a Friday afternoon after school, take this. Write down where you are, where you want to be, and the steps it's going to take to get you there. Everyone's situation is going to be different, and if you don't know what steps you need, for example, let's say you work in retail and you want to move over to the food service and you don't know how. You could say, you know what, step 1 is find a contact, find someone in my network, and then once you find them, make it your goal, take 10 minutes of their time, talk to them, get their advice. You don't know anybody? Use the internet. It's literally right here, or you can look up books, you can look up blogs or vlogs. Everyone has an email address and everybody has a social media account. If you want something bad enough, you will find a way to make it happen. Some of the most resourceful people in the world are the most successful because they always ask, what can I learn from this? I didn't like working a single day in that nonprofit, a single day. Well, maybe like the first week because I was making really good money, more than I am making now, but the goal wasn't to make more money where I am now. The goal was to be happy and fulfilled with my job, and I absolutely am, so no complaints there. Your goals don't have to be financial. They don't have to be anything specific. You have to really dig deep and think about what you want, but I kid you not, 5 minutes a day, just write down, what can I learn from this? You messed up at your job, what can I learn from this? You did great in your job, but what can I learn from this? You met a new contact, you took a new class, or an opportunity presented itself. You didn't feel ready, but you went and did it anyway. What can you learn from this? How can this experience, this skill, this mindset, anything get you to where you want to be? Anyway, that is my little spiel here on Friday afternoon. If you liked it, let me know down below. I've never done anything like this on my channel. I was just very inspired because I have been teaching a lot of one-on-one music lessons, and now my students are getting older. It feels so weird to say that. They are now finishing high school and moving into their college-aged years. I did have some students that have chosen to not go to college right now, so they've been looking, to try to get in the workforce early, figuring things out as they go, and I've realized through talking to them each and every week, I have literally said the words, what can you learn from this, over and over and over, and just last Tuesday, one of my piano students said, Kristen, are you a life coach? Like, you are so resourceful, you know exactly what to say. Whenever she would come to my house and say, my boss said I was going to get a raise after a month and it's been 6 weeks, I don't know what to do, I'm defeated. And I would help her find ways to talk to the boss and let them know that you're not just looking for the money, you would actually like a review on your performance. And again, I said, what can you learn from this? How can you get to where you want to be? And where she wanted to be was her same job with a pay raise because she had worked that month's time. And she went in, she figured it all out. And again, this is going to be different for everyone's life, everyone's job, everyone's situation. But if you can seriously sit down and think, here's where I am, here's where I want to be, here are the small stepping stones to get there. When I started YouTube, my goal was to have 10 subscribers. and then 15 subscribers, and then 25 subscribers, 50, 100, so on and so forth. Now I have 2 channels monetized, bringing in money. I'm able to help so many people reach out, start a business, and I knew nothing about cameras. I was shooting my very first YouTube videos on a flip phone. This is a Pixel, but a flip phone. You have to know that it's gonna be hard. You have to know that you're gonna be out of your comfort zone, and you have to be resourceful. Don't say, I don't know, it's not my fault. Sit and say, oh, I don't know right now. I'm gonna go figure out a way or find someone who does know. Just never give up. You can change your entire life with this mindset just by thinking to yourself, what can I learn from this? If you guys like this video, please let me know. I would love to do more like this. And again, I know I already said this is nothing like I've done before. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down below. Cheers to a good weekend, personal growth, and building the life that you love. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, it's still hot.